Today on USOC Adventures TV, we go predator hunting in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New York. We're targeting red fox, gray fox, and coyotes.
Oh, man, that's a nice coyote.
And when we light up the field with our gun light, you will not believe what takes place.
I don't know if I've ever had that much excitement and that much shooting on one set.
Whew. Keep it right here.
Hello viewers, welcome to USOC Adventures TV. I'm your host, Dan Leonard. For nearly a decade, the Pursuit Channel and US Outdoorsman Central has given away film hunting and fishing trips going all across the country. We will continue to give our members the opportunity to win one of these trips of a lifetime. Our members have bagged elk, whitetails, antelope, moose, bear, alligators, hogs, many species of fish, and the list goes on. Folks, when you join US Outdoorsman Central as a sportsman member, you can win one of a dozen different trips that we give away, and several of them include airfare courtesy of the Pursuit Channel. You can start winning our daily gear giveaways immediately. Save $20 by joining today for only $30. Again, save $20 by joining today. Go to www.myusoc.com. Folks, become a sportsman member today because we want to make you our next TV star. Again, that's www.myusoc.com. I promise you'll be glad you did. Hello viewers, welcome to USOC Adventures TV. I'm Dan Leonard. Folks, on today's show, this is one of my favorite episodes every year. We've got Joe Zafuto, owner of Night Eyes Lights. He's a professional predator hunter. Joe, tell us about the new products that you may be coming out with this year or are coming out with.
We have a new headlamp, our HL55 headlamp, and we're going to be combining that with our GL350. Together, it's a killer combination.
Okay, Joe, tell us what we're after on this episode. Could you tell us that?
We're going to be targeting fox, coyotes, and we're going to be in the states of Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New York.
Joe, this is going to be another great episode. Folks, stay tuned.
New for 2020 from Night Eyes is our HL55 wireless remote headlamp. And when used in conjunction with our GL350 gun light, it's a lethal combination. Our HL55 headlamp is very similar to our HL50Q headlamp with one major advantage. It has wireless technology, so the headlamp can be used with the attached button or with the wireless remote button. So when you have the headlamp turned on and you're scanning for that predator, looking for him to come in, and you see the eyes and he's coming in and he's approaching, you can activate the gun light and turn off the headlamp all in one fluid motion without ever taking your hands off the firearm. And then you can go down and look through the scope, identify your target, and make the shot. There's 10 brightness levels on the red, and then if you want to go up and you're looking for a blood trail and you can't find blood, you can't see blood with a red light, all you need to do is push this button and you switch over to white light. And you can adjust the brightness on the white and adjust the on-off functions with your remote control button or the headband button by simply just holding it in. Our HL55 headlamp only weighs 7 ounces, including the battery. It's well balanced, so it's equal weight in the front as it is in the back. Some of the unique features with this headlamp is it's got a dual beam. and also comes with a removable halo shield that you can put on and utilize to keep the light from reflecting off of your gun or your partner. So we do recommend to use the halo shield, and again, that is included in the kit. On today's show, you'll see how we utilize our new HL55 headlamp in combination with our GL350 gun light, and it's a lethal combination.
USOC Adventures TV is brought to you in part by Oswego County, New York. Visit Oswego County. All 4 seasons of great outdoors. Night Eyes Lights. The ultimate in predator hunting lights. MTR Custom Leather. Quality craftsmanship and American leather come together to create the perfect holster. Stanislawski Release Aids, makers of the world's finest release aids. Raptor Razor, your big game skinner tip. Iron Skillet Seasonings, a complete line of game meat seasonings. Visit ironskilletseasonings.com.
On this first segment, we're going to be targeting red fox on the eastern shores of Maryland. Randy and I had some great hunts there. We had a few mishaps, but we put everything together and we had a successful hunt. This is January 2019. On this first set of the night, as you'll see, Randy had a misfire, but he kept his cool together, was able to put another round in, and took aim and made a good shot on this fox. And it's important that once you make a kill, keep calling and keep scanning. As you'll see, we were able to call a second fox in on the same stand, and Randy was able to go ahead and harvest that red fox also. This is January 2019 on the eastern shores of Maryland, and this is our second set of the night. And on this set, as we had our scan light set at only 40%, we saw eyes approaching from well over 300 yards away. And we were able to keep that scan light on those eyes as that fox approached, and that conditioned them to the lower intensity light. When Randy felt comfortable, he transitioned over to the gun light, lit the fox up, barked, and then made the shot.
Keep your light on. Keep your light on. Keep your light on. Don't worry about putting a round in.
Not a bad night here in Maryland. January 1st, 2019.
On this set, we moved about 500 yards from the previous set where Randy shot a double. And on this set, we called in 5 total fox, and Randy was able to make 2 good shots on 2 of them. So we were able to get another double on this set. Maryland is very abundant with red fox. And what's important here is once you shoot one, don't give up. Keep calling and keep scanning. You'll be surprised how many more fox you can call in on one set.
Got him.
A double. You don't get that very often.
Sweet. Very sweet. Excited?
Yes, you bet.
Unbelievable night. A few mishaps with the gun, but we were able to successfully get a couple doubles. We worked through the problem. When you have a misfire, stay focused, keep calling, and keep scanning with the headlamp, looking for those eyes.
Fast forward from January to October when the season starts to begin, and eastern shores of Maryland were set up on this large field, and you don't change anything from the season. You call the same way, you set up the same way, and we saw this fox coming in from a long distance, but it was a little bit slightly downwind and it kind of hung up, so Randy had to make a long shot and was able to go ahead and do that successfully because he had that little bit of extra light using the GL350. We are now in Pennsylvania in mid-November. When you're on stand, you're constantly scanning, looking for those eyes. And on this case, we saw a set of eyes coming out of the corn, and it was a gray fox. Sat there, and we made the shot on it. After I made that shot of that nice gray fox, we continued to scan because you always need to do that because there could be another predator coming in from a different location. And when we looked to our far left, we saw a huge bobcat. Now folks, this bobcat is the biggest I've ever seen. And I shot one last year at 30 pounds, and this definitely exceeded that. Unfortunately, it's not bobcat season yet here in Pennsylvania. And on this particular set, we called in a coyote out of the corn. And what happened was we were set here for about 15 minutes, and we saw the coyote come out of the corn, saw something it didn't like, and went back in. You don't give up, folks. We just switched sounds, played off and on some different sounds, sat quiet for a little bit, and then we finally gave him what he wanted to hear. It was about a 100-yard shot, and when it made the shot, you could hear the impact of that bullet, and he was dead right there.
We played with him for 15 minutes, finally got him to come out of the corn using a mouth howl with my mouth howler. As soon as he popped himself out, I drilled him right in the chest. Oh, man, that's a nice coyote. Successful night.
In this next segment, we're going to be hunting in central Pennsylvania, mostly targeting coyotes. And the action is unbelievable. When we light up the field with our GL 350, the action begins and it continues for some time. It is chaos. On this hunt here, Eric and I were set up in a large field and we were using the Fox Pro sounds. It was mid-November, central Pennsylvania. And we called this gray fox out, and it hung up for a while. It wasn't really sure what it wanted to do, and we just kept working it. Once we kept the scan light on it, it got conditioned to that lower intensity light, turned on the GL 350 gun light, was able to easy identify it, take my time, and placed a good shot on it. This is the next set after our gray fox kill. And we were targeting grays again, and we heard two coyotes howling about probably about 600, 700 yards up in the woods. We howled back, and we were able to pull both coyotes in. The first coyote came in much faster. We first saw it about 300 yards with the scan light, and then Eric lit it up when it came about 100, 120 yards away with the GL 350 and made a shot on it.
Keep the light on him.
After he made the shot, it continued to run off to our right, about 90 yards, 100 yards or so, and then folded up, and we were able to make a nice recovery.
She come out about, I'd say 300 yards. I was able to pick her up with the HL 55. She come in about 100, 120 yards. Turned the GL 350 on, lit her up. I hit her a little far back. She went about 100 yards, but I knew I hit her pretty good.
There's three of them.
This is the third set of the night in central Pennsylvania. We've already harvested one gray fox, and the set right before this one was a nice coyote that Eric shot. We heard howls on this particular stand, and we could hear two coyotes out there. And I could hear one was a little deeper voice, so I challenged it with the mouth howler, and I waited a little bit, and I challenged it with the electronic Fox Pro call. About maybe 3 or 4 minutes into it, I could hear them getting closer. We howled back and forth, challenged each other, and I knew it was going to be a male coyote, and it was coming in, and it was mad. It was going to fight me. As it got in closer, about 180 yards, I lit it up with the GL 350 and made a nice chest shot on it. It is a large Pennsylvania male coyote.
Coyote down. That coyote was 180 yards away. and I could see it as clear as day. Made a great chest shot. That is a huge male. This is a male coyote. Got a lot of dark colors to it, and it is big.
This is the end of November in central Pennsylvania. We've had an unbelievable season so far this year in Pennsylvania with coyotes. And this particular hunt here is what every coyote hunter dreams of. As we were scanning, we were able to pick up 3 sets of eyes coming in at one time. And you have to make a decision on which one you're going to shoot. I shot at the first one because I felt that was probably the alpha male. I started scanning, looking for another coyote, and they stayed there. And the reason was because I think I shot the alpha male first, and they stayed in the general area. Folks, this was chaos. I'm telling you, we had 3 coyotes out in the field, 1 down, 2 more, and I was out of rounds. I actually fired on an empty chamber. So I am reaching in my pocket, trying to reload, at the same time, keeping my light on the coyotes so I could see where they were at. I was pretty sure that I connected on all 3 coyotes.
For right now, we got one coyote down, 3 called in at the same time. What excitement. I don't know if I've ever had that much excitement and that much shooting on one set. Whew.
Oh, it's a big old dog.
USOC Adventures TV is brought to you in part by Toxic Calls, Deer Calls, Goose Calls, Predator Calls, Turkey Calls. Musakia Broadheads. Recovery begins on impact. Copper John Bow Sights. There's nothing tougher. Hex Suits. Our patented technology will change the way you hunt. Cooper Hunting. We got you covered. Wind Scent. Electronic scent vaporizer. Fourth Arrow Camera Arms. When every pound in your pack matters. The QuickSight Elite, putting your target in sight quickly, easily with QuickSight Elite adjustable peaks. Game Sled. This product eliminates the strain on your back. Hello viewers and fellow outdoorsmen. If you like winning free hunting and fishing trips and free gear day after day and all year long, you might want to listen to the following benefits of becoming a sportsman member of US Outdoorsman Central. When you become a sportsman member, you have the opportunity to win daily gear all year long. The gear items we give away every day are courtesy of our terrific gear sponsors, both small and large companies. They in turn help us promote fishing and hunting in North America to our fellow outdoorsmen and women. Some of the gear items we give away are valued at over several $100. Folks, our trip partners and our gear partners are second to none. It's very inexpensive to become a sportsman member for only $30 per year. This is a limited time offer, saving you $20 when you sign up today. Once you become a sportsman member, you can enter to win every single filmed hunting or fishing trip we give away each year. Sign up today at myusoc.com. That's myusoc.com for the special price of $30. We also have a weekly wildlife trivia that sportsman members can answer questions about the amazing creatures we share our planet with. And guess what? We give away weekly gear for that program as well. Thank you for watching our TV shows. Visit our website at www.myusoc.com. We hope you can come on board as a sportsman member of US Outdoorsman Central. We look forward to having you on board as a member and for years to come. Viewers, this was a great episode. Joe is going to tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you need to do to become a successful predator hunter.
Just like you saw on the show, it's inevitable that you'll have a mishap or a misfire. It's important just to stay focused, keep your light on that predator and work through the issue, and then you can be successful as Randy was in this show. In addition to that, you're going to want to keep your light on the predator when you make your shot. It's important because sometimes the predator will get up and move and you won't be able to track it. So after you make the shot, keep your light on it and focused on it. And thirdly, the tip I have, probably the most important tip, is that you want to keep your electronic call. I use a Fox Pro call, and I keep it very close to me because you'll see the eyes much sooner, because when that coyote or fox is approaching the call, he's looking to the source of the sound. And when you're scanning with your scan light, you'll pick the eyes up at a much further distance, and as they're coming in, they can be conditioned to that light and get used to it. So when you activate your gun light, you can make a nice clean kill.
Can you tell people a little bit more about how they can get your products for successful predator hunting at night?
Sure. They can go to our website, nighteyeslights.com, or they could stop at our booth at the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, February 1st to February 9th. Also at that show, all 9 days, I'll be doing seminars on how to successfully hunt predators at night with the aid of lights. Also, in March 20th to the 22nd, I'll be at the Ohio Expo, and I'll also have a booth there.
Joe, thanks for another great episode. Folks, get out there and enjoy the great outdoors.